Hi guys, I'm sitting on the floor of the airport. We have made it to the first stop. My flight board's in like an hour. We made it through security pretty quickly, aside from me originally going to the wrong terminal. I guess, I don't know if it's a terminal or not, but the wrong section of the terminal. But we made it here now. I have my coffee, a venti vanilla sweet cream cold brew. I found a pretty secluded part of the terminal, so we're just gonna hang out. I have some work to do. I need to contact my bank to let them know that I'm going overseas. Our first stop is in New Jersey. The layover's like an hour or two, I think like an hour and 40 minutes, so I'm hoping this flight isn't late. And then, yeah, we're leaving around 6 p.m. What time is it right now? 11:39. So, yeah, we've made it this far. I'm wearing this hoodie with this jacket, these sweats, and then I didn't show my shoes, but it's just the basic Adidas. We're chilling. It's a little warm today, actually, which I wasn't hoping for, because I didn't want to have to wear all of my, because I'm putting this on so that way my backpack doesn't look as big, but it's a little warm for it, so once I get situated, I might take some of it off. I might take like this off, or I'll probably just take the under one off because that's easier, and I can use this as like a pillow or a blanket on the overnight flight. So yeah, I'll see you guys at the next stop. Hey guys, how's it going? We're back again. We're here. We finally made it to Amsterdam. This is my hotel. I shot some footage of the room. It's not too big, not too small. It's pretty cute. It has a nice little Amsterdam view. I actually really enjoy the street that it's off of. It's a lot less crowded than a lot of the other streets in the city were. There's a little less going on, which is great because you're still close to everything. But it's not just people constantly like yelling and hollering. There was still a little bit of that last night. I don't think it really woke me up, but it did make it kind of hard to sleep because I was on the first floor, as they call it, which in Europe is often like, it's not the ground floor, there's the ground floor and then there's the first floor, so it was sort of like the second floor. You can see it in the video where I am, but not very high up, so you can still kind of hear a lot of the street noise. It was a pretty good first day. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty tired. I had been traveling all evening, and there's just like a 0% chance of me getting any sleep on a plane. It was fine. The seat next to me was empty. For a minute I thought I was gonna have the row to myself because there were two Dutch girls sitting next to me, but then they complained because our aircraft got switched and they had a window seat, but then because our plane changed, they didn't anymore, so then they complained and then they moved, but then right before it took off, one of the girls came back and sat in the row, but the middle seat was still empty, so we just kind of like shared that space, so it was enough room. It was fine. The flight itself wasn't that bad. It was a little shaky. We were actually we were like an hour and a half late to taking off, which like honestly, as long as I don't have to like book a hotel somewhere for the night, I call it a success. Like, I've had to do that before where it's like, oh, your flight's canceled, like, you have to stay at the airport hotel, which, like, sometimes can be kind of fun, like a little adventure, but sometimes it's just, like, annoying. And I think this would have annoyed me, because I didn't want to stay in New Jersey for the night. But yeah, so we did that. I came here. I just kind of wandered around for a little bit. The first thing I did was get a little something to eat. There was a tiny little waffle shop that I thought looked cute. I took some footage of there. While I was eating there was when I was searching for a hotel because I hadn't actually booked anything. I wanted to see, like, get a feel for the city first, so that's when I booked this. I'm kind of beating myself up for not booking another night, which I guess I still could, but, like, I don't know. I think I'm just going to move on. But I did that, ate at the little waffle shop. The waffle was really good and the shop was really cute, but then as I was booking my hotel, like finishing up my waffle, there was a mouse on the floor. Like it ran and it actually like scared me because I just saw something like run across this floor and I actually got a good look at it and it was a mouse and then it like ran behind a wall or something. So like, that was not a great first impression of like eating in this town. It's really pretty, but parts of it are just like really dirty. Like the canals, there's just like a ton of trash, which like is kind of sad because like the architecture and stuff is really pretty, but there's just like some not great parts. But I think the lesson we're taking away from this for anybody who wants to travel to this city, if the name of the restaurant is in English, it's maybe a little sketchy. Go to the ones where their name is in Dutch because a lot of those seem nicer. I'm not saying that's 100%. But I'm just saying a lot of the ones named in English are giving me kind of like a similar vibe. And I was actually kind of afraid I was going to get food poisoning after I saw that mouse, but I'm fine. So, like, it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. But I was just like, great. And I was already kind of exhausted. And I was like, I still don't have a hotel. Like, that was me close. It wasn't my breaking point, but it was just like, that was me probably at the peak of stress yesterday. But then I got the hotel, found it. I wasn't ready to check in. I think there were still a couple hours, so I wandered around. I walked by the Anne Frank house. They have a few various little museums. None of them seemed like super impressive from the outside. Some of them seemed kind of like kitschy. The Anne Frank house looked kind of interesting. I didn't go inside. It was just pretty busy, and the tickets were kind of expensive, and I'm just really not a huge museum person. But then after I did that, walked around for a little bit, I actually went to a McDonald's because like I needed comfort American food, and as much as people could like get on you for being like, no, you have to try the local food, I was like, after I saw the mouse in the first local place I went to, I was like, I want something safe, and it was actually really nice. It was good. I actually like trying food that's like McDonald's food in other parts of the world because it does taste different. I got a Big Mac and fries. The fries were pretty good. The Big Mac, you could tell it tasted a little different, but it was still pretty good. And then they have like their frite sauce, which is like their fry sauce, which is it's like a combination between like pickle relish and mayo. It's not that special, but it was interesting. It was good. So I kind of chilled there for a little bit, did some more research about the stuff I wanted to do. And yeah, then I was ready, came back to my hotel, fell asleep for a little bit, which like I'm fine, I was exhausted. I actually didn't mean to fall asleep. Normally I don't fall asleep without not meaning to, but I didn't mean to fall asleep. And then I just woke up and I was like, whoa. But yeah, then I was up for a little bit just did kind of some research about what I wanted to do. And yeah, hung out for a little bit and then fell asleep again for real. I'm still not really sure what I'm gonna do. It's about 10:30 in the morning. Checkout is at 11, so I got all packed before I did my little filming, just so the room was like nice and clean and you could kind of see how it looked when I got here. I think I'm gonna go try to get Starbucks. Because I do, again, it's like I want to try the American food in different places because it's comforting to me, but then also it's interesting to see how it tastes different and what options they have. I wanted to look at their menu, but it wouldn't let me through the app, which is fine. It's not a big of a deal. I'll just go. But I saw some like cool looking ones. And then I think I might try to go to a bakery, get something to eat. And then I'm kind of considering taking a train to a different city. I'm not sure if I want to stay here a full other day. Like I said, just because I didn't book a hotel, I was like, I don't really have to stay here if I don't want to. I did feel like I got a pretty good vibe of the city. I'm not sure. I don't know. I was kind of thinking maybe I could go to Germany. Because I don't know. If I don't go on this trip, I don't know when I would get the opportunity to go to Germany again. And if I go to a southwestern part of Germany, I want to go to Luxembourg. And that would be like, take out the bulk of travel for tomorrow when I would need to go to Luxembourg. And then I might just snake my way back up through like Belgium. and then like last couple days of the trip do Rotterdam and see a few of the like smaller towns of the Netherlands. And I was like, if I feel like I've got a good vibe of this place, there's not really a reason for me to stay. And customs is kind of a pain to go through, but the ticket's like $30, $30 to $40, and it's like a couple hours. And I really do enjoy being on trains in Europe because I feel like that's how you get a really great view of things. And like a lot of the stuff you can do in these places just requires spending more money. So I was like, I might as well just kind of move on. I don't want to spend like $1,000. There was a really cool Champion boutique, which I really like, that clothing brand, that was doing like a big closeout sale that was like 70% off, and there was like a line. But I don't have any room in my backpack for literally another article of clothing, let alone like a nice sweatshirt or anything. So that's just not going to happen. And then there's also a famous cookie shop. I'm not going to try to pronounce the name, and also I can't remember what it was, but I saved it on my phone. I walked by there just like happenstance, and there was like a line out, and people were talking about it, and I think it was a bunch of Americans, and I googled it, and I think it's like a I don't know if it's world famous or just like Amsterdam famous cookie place. So yeah, we might try to go there later, and then maybe get a train out of here. I don't know. I'm not a very like high energy person in terms of like doing things and getting things done. My day-to-day life is pretty like chill out, but like on this vacation I was like, while I'm here I need to like get stuff done, like we're gonna do it. So this is not my natural habitat, but like we're just pushing through. So we're gonna get it done. I got some cool footage yesterday. Now I'm actually gonna carry my camera around a little more, so I'm hoping to get a little bit more better footage today. And yeah, that's it. That's the plan. Europe vlog day 2, let's go.